In this video, we are going to discuss all about the Elements tab, which we can find right here. So on the project interface, you can open the Elements tab. Now here you can find lines and shapes, graphics, stickers, photos, videos, audios, charts, tables, frames, grids. So basically we have all the tools available to create a beautiful design for ourselves. But we already know that we can learn best by example. So let's jump into the project and see what example do we have. Now, for example, if I want to use grids and I want to see more of them, you can just click on see all and you have all the grids available right here. And whenever you want to get back, you can click on this backwards from here, or otherwise you can directly click on the elements. Let's go back to grids. Now, whenever I drag and drop it to my main screen, most of the times it will fill the whole screen, but you can resize to any size you want. And like I said in the previous video, from the corners where these round handles are given, you can just expand and reduce the image size proportionally. And these handles are used to crop the image basically. And now if you want to place the images here, you can just simply drag and drop and it will snap to the defined area that you have selected for your grid. And again, if you want to resize or adjust the image within this grid, you can always double click and adjust that accordingly. Let's see how it impacts when we use the image of a specific person. Let's say this one. Now let's see the impact. You can adjust it like this, and if you want to crop it, you can do it like this. And again, if you want to focus just on the particular thing, you can reduce the canvas size and then you can increase the image by double clicking it to fit like this. And afterwards, if you want to add it to your design on the top after leaving this margin, and then let's say if I want to add a text here in the alignment, obviously it shows the alignment and positioning. So you can create a kind of a design like this. So all these are the small tools that will be helpful in creating your design. So we have a lot of choice in the grids. We have only sampled one, but it totally depends on your image style. Maybe you need this kind of collage for your design, or any design you want. You can check out grids and you can experiment with these, but basically the concept will remain the same, and most of the time you will be using only the single grid that we can see on the top. So I don't need to explain this, it's pretty basic. Let's move to what other elements do we have in the element section. Now after this grid style, you can also check out the frames. Although it will work in the same way as the grids, but grids are most of the times in the simple design, while in frames you will find many designs that you can use for your project. So you can see there are lots and lots of them. Obviously you need your own designing sense to build that properly. So for example, if instead of this is grid, let's say if we use this image, and after that we want to insert this picture, and then we will adjust that something like this, so it can appear like this. And again, if you want to do something very artistic, you can use frames for that. Let's say this one. Afterwards, you will go to photos. You can just, let's say, okay, this will not fit in. For example, this one. So you can see how cool it looks. You can use many images. So this is the beauty of the frames. Some other options that we have in elements is the shapes. And shapes are pretty self-explanatory, but let me just go through it quickly. For example, if I insert this kind of shape, so it has a particular design where it has borders on the corner. And whenever you insert a shape that has borders in it or some kind of different color schemes used in it, as soon as you select that, you will see all the color customizations here. You can make all the customization you want for yourself. Let's say like this one. And obviously you have a lot of options that you can try and experiment with. Let's go back and let's see what other options that we have. We have graphics here, we have audio tables, some collections of the images if you want to design something for your gym, friendly art, stem collection, and here we have some graphics as well that you can use. So that's it for the elements. In this video, we have basically discussed more elements like grids, frames, shapes, and some of the graphics. Although we have already used that in our previous designs as well, but it's always better to discuss all of that separately.